I did get the firewall all cleaned. That is painted. The black part is painted to where I'm going to leave it. This will all be the cab color when we decide what color it's going to be. This was a whole bunch of body work. I do have footage of those. I'm trying to figure out how to get those posted. I replaced the inner kick panel, this inner to outer cowl, and this outer skin from here down is replaced. New floor panels, both sides up to this point right here, midway up the firewall. This half and that half, they're new from the seat forward. I just got the interior painted. This is the actual interior paint, original. I don't like the fact that it's not gloss. It's flat like a satin. I'm not fond of it. So what I did is I shot clear coat over it. There's the dash with the clear coat over it. I like it a lot better with the gloss. I've got this has got 3 coats of clear coat and I ran out. And the back, this only has 1 coat. So this needs 2 more coats of clear coat to make it look nice. This is actually what the heater is going to be painted. This is that, actually it's Rust-Oleum hammered dark bronze. And it matches, believe it or not, it matches that original paint color perfectly. So, I'm glad I did the dash with what I did, because I don't know if I trust rattle cans to hold up in the sun really well. But as far as back here and around the doors and anything else that I decide I want to paint, this has all been coated with rust proofing, rust reformer. And it's going to be covered with a rubber pad anyway, so it really doesn't need to be painted, but I don't know if I'm going to paint any of that or not, being that I can get it in a rattle can that looks good. This is all rust reformer back here, all this. Deciding whether I'm going to leave it or if I'm going to coat it with this bronze hammered look. I got this for the heater, but I couldn't believe how well it matched the original interior paint once you get a gloss on it. So let's see, that's where we are today. The cab is not sitting in position. It's actually way back on the frame right now, so I can continue to work on it. And yet I've got the brake parts coming. When they get here, I can do those from above as opposed to having to crawl underneath and do it all from laying on the floor. So what I need to do is remove the hydrovac, get that out of the system, get the brake lines factored in. I might not have to get any brake lines. I might be able to just reroute them and utilize the ones I have. I'm not sure. We'll find that out when I get started on that project. But let's see. Right now, today, what I'm doing is the heater. I've got it all sandblasted and sprayed with 1 coat of rust reformer. The other piece of it is right there, sitting on the chainsaw case. I'm going to get these together and painted. Right now I'm trying to get the screws in it so they'll get painted. I just wanted to show you a little trick. I'm going to put you back up in the tripod so I don't have to hold you anymore, and get you pointed down here where you should be. I just want to show you a little trick I discovered years ago, inadvertently on my own, just desperate to try something. When I wanted to get some screws painted and couldn't fit. I'm trying to get this camera clip there. Screws painted without putting something completely together. So the heater core sits in here. I don't want it. I could have, but I don't feel like putting the heater core in and taking it back apart. So what I want, but I do want to get these screws that hold the heater core in place so they can get painted. So what I do is I just take a little piece of cardboard and just put it underneath here and screw the screws into the cardboard. That will hold them in place so I can paint, and then when it's all dry I just screw them back out, and then when I'm ready to put it together I can put it together, put the heater core in. It's not hard to do. It's not really rocket science. It was just, I don't know, there's probably 100 people have already done it. I just happened to actually use a piece of wood the first time, which was okay, but when you get the, like some of these are pointed, some of these are blunt sheet metal screws. You get the blunt sheet metal screws, they won't screw into a piece of wood very easy without pre-drilling it. And it's like, well, that's a lot of extra work. But they will. You can make them screw into a piece of cardboard. Now, they aren't going to hold a lot, but all it's got to do is hold the screw in place. Keep the screw from falling out while you're painting. So anyway, that's all I do. And it works rather well. I'm quite pleased with it. You just hold your finger on the plywood, or the cardboard, and push the cardboard up into the screw until the threads start. And then it's just tighten the screw until it gets as snug as you want it, but you don't want to over tighten it, obviously. You'll just strip it out of the card, just a thin sheet of cardboard. But it works pretty good for stuff. It's only occasionally that you really want to do this, but I just didn't want to put the heater core in this and have to carry it around. I don't need the heater core in it to paint it. The heater core is separate and painted. That's all done, set, good to go. I just want these screws in place so I can get them painted. Now that about does it for that. These screws are internal to that, so they won't be seen. So I'll take these outside, hang them up, throw a coat of paint on them, and once they get dry enough so I can work on them, I'll come back in, we'll take them all apart. Got to mount the engine and the squirrel, or the engine, yeah, got to mount the blower motor and the squirrel cage. Squirrel cage goes in here, but we got to take it apart first. But we're going to get it all painted, and we'll go from there. Fortunately, this stuff dries fast. Anyway, here's the heater completed, all reassembled, painted. This is the original that came off. It's just an aluminum emblem. Put it back on. It's got a couple little scratches in it, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it. It's fine. But that's ready to be installed. Goes up in that corner right there. It's what fills in that big hole. But anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to put that in yet or not. I might, but I've got some windshield wiper stuff coming, so I might want to get the windshield wiper. I think the windshield wiper stuff is going to be the first thing to go in, because that's the farthest up, and anything else is going to be kind of in the way of them. I'm not sure. I might even want to take these defroster vents I put in out, but we'll see, because it does sit right in front of the windshield wiper, so I'm thinking they're going to have to come out. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to take a break. Going to take the wife. We're going to go for a ride, and I'm going to go see if I here's the radio console cover. This sits right here, and I got to go find the ashtray. Sorry, I was pointing you guys at the ground. I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm gonna go look at see if we can find some paint samples. I know a place that mixes paint locally. I'm gonna go see if they have samples we can get to come up with a green for the exterior. So we're almost ready. I've got to get the exterior cleaned up and some body work done, some rust, some fine tuning, some glazing compound done, and maybe a little Bondo here and there. I'm trying to decide. There's a few dents in it, and like I've said from the beginning, not trying to make a show truck. If I was going to try to make a show truck, I would have shipped this off to a body shop that does show trucks. So I just want it to be halfway decent for a project that I did. I don't plan on selling it. I'll never get my money back out of it anyway. And that's doing it this way. If I'd have had it done as a show truck, I'd have never stood a chance of getting money back. But anyway, there you have it. So with that, I'm going to let you go, and we're going to bring you back on another day. Alright, I just wanted to I got started before I remembered. I wanted to get a before and an after. This is a glove box lid. The inside doesn't really matter. The outside, this is all stainless steel and it's painted in between. Some of this is rubbing compound I put on there, but you can see how scratched up the top of this is. This is where I started, but anyway, I just wanted to show you what it looks like before, and then I'll show you again when I get through cleaning it here. This is going to be painted in between each one of these shiny ridges here, so I'm not worried about getting that clean. I just wanted to get some of the dirt off. I'm going to go wipe this off with some solvent, and then we'll be back. Alright, it's kind of hard to you can't really see the difference. It's pretty scratched up to begin with, but a lot of those scratches are coming out. I don't know if I'm going to keep going trying to take them out or not. Probably not. That's kind of a semi-coarse polishing compound, and I don't have any like extra fine, so I may try just some wax, but that won't be till after I get it painted. So I need to paint in between each one of these and get those evened up, and then we'll see what it looks like. So right now I got to go tape this up. That's going to be a while, so I'm going to shut you off, and I'll be back probably after I get it painted and show you the contrast. Okay, well, here we are with the after on that glove compartment lid. Not real happy. I don't know if you can see the detail or not, but not real happy with the way the paint did not, or the tape did not hold the paint. And I pushed that down really good too. It's some, I'm sure, made in China painting tape I bought. But I don't know if I'm going to mess around and try to scrape that paint out of there, or if I'm going to leave it. But anyway, And that's probably about as shiny as I can get it. When the paint's good and solid and dry, I'll buff the stainless one more time. But that's about what you're going to get right there. That's about it. I mean, I don't know if you get any shine or anything, but it's a lot better than it was. It's just a long ways from perfect. But it's either that or spend $100 on a new one, and I don't know. I just can't see spending $100 on a new one. There's nothing wrong with this one. All right, that's it for that. Later.